Alright, I'm going to totally do this now. So anyways, hello, Smars here. I just wanted to talk about a couple of things, changes, and why they're happening. Goblin. I made a very subtle hint at the end of issue 22B, but it became official with issue 23A. This series has gone weekly. Yep. I have my reasons, and they're both serious and fun. Is that possible? Yeah. Anyway, I kind of had no choice, but it was all my choice, if that makes any sense. It only really takes me about a week to put out half an issue, which is me working around about 10 hours a day, which is it's fine by me because I'm having fun the whole time, except for those really frustrating pages where it's all like experimental and stuff, and I'm trying something new. Yeah, you know the ones. But whenever I actually finish an issue, I always want to jump into the next issue right away. But I avoid working back to back on issues because I was mostly afraid of burning out. When I went bi-weekly with the series, I was really afraid of getting burnt out on Goblin. But things change, perceptions change over time, things happen, events happen, and I'm going to talk about those events. But no, seriously, it's Goblin. It's the equivalent of what I'm about to do with the series going weekly is basically going to be the equivalent of 2 standard U.S. comic issues a month. I know that seems kind of impossible considering the way that it's presented, but it's true. 2 half issues of Goblin are 50 to 55 panels per half issue, and that's a total of 100 to 110 panels total a month on its old bi-weekly schedule, which is around the number of panels that you actually get in a standard U.S. single 22-page comic. Trust me, I did the homework when I decided to go bi-weekly back in issue 6. And so, it'll be 2 times as much now, which, there's a little part in the back of my mind that's still worried about burnout, but I really feel like I have no choice now. It's something that I really want to do. I want to continue telling this story, but to a degree, this is my only opportunity, it feels like, right now. This is my best opportunity. I'll get into that a little bit later. But I think I'm at the point where it's not possible. Well, 2% possible, maybe 1. But it just ultimately makes sense for me to go weekly, and well, yeah, I might as well just talk about it now. I mean, this is the part where I open the door wide, really, really wide, and kind of let you in on, my life, which I mostly kind of keep, not necessarily secret, but I don't try to, I don't like to bother you too much with all the little details of my life, my personal life, beyond making comics and stuff, because I don't know if you want to hear that kind of stuff, hear me whine about how poor I am or how hungry I am, or how miserable I am, because of the things that aren't happening in my life or whatever. I don't know, just average everyday human sort of things, the things that happen to all of us. I figure, well, I'm not special, so why am I going on and on about those things? But sometimes those things they sort of create a conflict with the things that you do want to do, and that's what's going on now. Really has been going on for a while, is that currently I have nothing but making comics, really nothing but making Goblin. I lost my job, I lost my car, I lost my apartment. Actually, the lease was up on the apartment, so I didn't really lose the apartment. But at this point, it's just me and my laptop and a suitcase of clothes, and we're bouncing around, sleeping on friends and family sofas, mostly family, while I make comics and try to find a way to make this whole art thing into some sort of financial income. You know, that's the key. You know, I'm trying to make some sort of financial income, and so far everyone's being very nice and very patient with me, which it kind of feels like that patience may be running short. You know, this, I mean, seriously. Uh, so like one of my steps is to fully embrace making comics, making Goblin for as long as I can before this opportunity that I've been given, you know, this 100% time that I've been allotted, kind of self-destructs and takes me with it, you know. And this isn't, it's not supposed to be sad. It's just honest, just me being honest. I really don't know how long I'll be able to work on Goblin. So for now, I'm gonna work on it as much as I can, which is part of the reason why I've decided to go weekly. Especially now that, you know, we're at the end of Volume 1 and getting ready to go into Volume 2 around with issue 25. Mostly though, I'm just looking for support, you know, as I take a few big steps further into the future, you know, that unknown future. But you know, I mean, support is, you know, it's the simple things, you know. I mean, keep reading, keep making comments, asking questions about the series. Definitely ask questions. I love it when people ask questions, or when they have theories about where the series may be going. Those are great, you know. But tell any and everyone you know or think will care about the series, and then tell them to do the same. And honestly, occasionally stop by the Goblin website. I have stuff there that I don't actually have on my DA page or in the Goblin group, the Goblin DA group. Yes, there is a Goblin DA group. Yes, there is. Awesome. Okay. But you know, I have other stuff on the site, like the Goblin data book. It's sort of a Goblin sort of, it's like a wiki sort of thing that I'm working on, little by little. But there's also like wallpapers, and there's a shop. You know, there are a few items that you can buy, you know, to show some support. You know, buttons, stickers, shirts, and comics. There, you know, Goblin. You can get the digital versions of the books. Some high quality PDFs. You know, if you have like a tablet or something and you want to read them that way, which is, you know, what I've been pushing from the beginning. The physical print versions is just sort of a side thing that, you know, has become much more of a burden than I really wanted it to be. It's really the reason why I didn't go down the print avenue in the first place with Goblin. But seems I've ended up back there anyways. But there, you know, then there's you know, there's like video commentaries for all the issues. Sorry to any of you that bought the digital comics packs where the commentary were the bonus. Sorry, you know, I just decided to put them all up on my YouTube page, and then they filter through onto the Goblin site. There's just a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff that's there already, a lot of stuff that will be there as this year goes on, as this month goes on, as I have more and more time. But I'm trying to get advertisers interested in advertising more on the actual site, so I can maybe make some degree of an income that way. But I need to give people a reason to come to the site in the first place, right? Oh yeah. For anyone who might be interested, yes, I'm still going to continue working on Munch Chunky. It's gonna remain a bi-weekly series, which means I'll be working on it in the little bit of time that I have when I'm not working on Goblin, and it'll still come out regular. I just have to finish up where I left off. a lot of stuff happened. So yeah. Uh, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna actually keep doing these sort of comics journals or whatever they are. I don't know. I have a lot of stuff that I want to talk about. Not just Goblin, but making comics and cartoons in general. So yeah, awesome. Well, I guess then I'll talk to you later. Thank you for listening, or watching, or both. Bye.